Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video day, and today the Houston Rockets have signed Jabari Smith Jr. to a 5-year, $122 million extension. You know, I think some people might look at this and say, oh, this is crazy money. But I think you also look at it and say, Naz Reid just got 5-year, 125. The players are making way much more money than they used to. I mean, funny thing, I was talking to someone about this earlier this week on Friday or Saturday when Naz Reid got his deal. It was Friday. When Naz signed that 5-year, 125, I thought to myself, the Rockets had signed Chris Paul to like a 5-year, 125 million. One of the times when they signed Chris Paul to a big deal, and that's where Chris Paul is a star. Chris Paul is that second best player next to James Harden. And I don't mean any wrong when I say this to Jabari, but Jabari's not the second best player on this team. He's not the third best player on this team. Jabari's an amazing player. And maybe eventually he could become the third or second best player on this team. But he's still super young. That just shows you how the market has changed. Guys make a lot more money now than they did 7-8 years ago, and I think you could look at two contracts in the last couple of days in Naz Reid and Jabari Smith Jr. in that example. But I love this deal for the Rockets picking up, or I wouldn't say picking up Jabari Smith, but locking him in for 5-year, 122. I think the next move in extension talk, maybe not. I think there might be free agency moves or free agency starting tomorrow that come before this next move. But I think the next move in the extension talks has to be extending Tari Eason. But Jabari Smith Jr. this year averaged 12.2 points per game, 7 rebounds per game. Amazing three-point shooter. Almost 36% from three, 36% the season before that. 44% from the floor. But then you also look at what he's done in the playoff, what he did in the playoffs. In the playoffs, he shot almost 46% from three, 50% from the floor. And then you remind yourself, oh, well, he's 6'11" and is such a great shooter, and he's 22 years old. And you think to yourself, wait, who does this remind you of? He's 6'11", such a great shooter, mid-range threat. Who does that kind of remind you of? Kevin Durant. And who did the Rockets just trade for? Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant can mentor Jabari Smith Jr. Jabari Smith Jr. had worked with Kevin Durant in the past, even though Kevin Durant was not a Rocket. Now he gets to work with Kevin Durant every day. That's going to make Jabari Smith Jr. a better player. And if I'm the Rockets, you're counting on Kevin Durant to mentor Jabari Smith Jr. The Rockets are getting ready to give Kevin Durant a 2-year or 3-year extension. Very expensive extension. We're probably talking a 2-year, 120. And if you're paying, I know he's Kevin Durant, but if you're paying Kevin Durant $60 million a year, better hope you're going to mentor my young guys. If you're the Rockets, I think that's what you say. If you're Tim and Fertitta, you say, if you're going to take $60 million a year from us, you're going to mentor Jabari and Amen and these guys. I think that, Jabari Smith Jr. has a chance to get better. I think Jabari would improve even if there was no Kevin Durant. I think it helps him improve into a better player being alongside Kevin Durant every day, and that's great. And I think you look at this now, you're going to look at this now, if you're the Rockets are going to look at this now in a couple years and say, we're glad we got this extension done now. Because I believe Jabari's worth is going to only go up. Let me know your thoughts on the extension in the comment section, and peace out. Go Rockets.